here we got the 2019 Ram 1500 Limited. So this is a top package of the Ram. So you'll notice one thing in particular about this is it does have the body color front and rear bumpers, but it does have some nice chrome accents to give it kind of a classy look. So we'll come along to the front here.
1.7, eh?
There's the 22-inch wheels there. Beautiful.
22s.
22s. That's, yeah. Those are actually an option on a lot of the different packages, but in particular they won't look like the limited ones. They have a distinct look to them. So coming along the front here, this one does actually have a front camera here, your adaptive cruise and that kind of stuff.
Front camera, eh?
Yeah. When they're not equipped with the tow package, you can get an available panoramic or 360-degree camera, so you can see all around the vehicle. There's a ton of different sensors all along the bumpers, along the side, cameras everywhere, that kind of stuff. This one does have the park assist feature, so you can parallel and perpendicular park this vehicle. You're basically just modulating the gas and the brake. Otherwise, it does all the steering and that kind of stuff for you.
Nice.
So these are the bi-LED projector headlamps here. So these ones in particular be exclusive on the Ram 1500 Limited. Then we'll come along to this side, and you'll see that this one is equipped with the optional. Actually, you can delete the air suspension if you would like to. This one has air suspension right now. It's pretty well raised all the way up, but then it'll drop another 4 or 5 inches as well.
Oh yeah. That's dirty.
Yeah, that's a sweet feature.
They should have that on the Challenger, just to use this feature.
No, it's...
Wow. Not bad.
Along the side here, it does have power side steps, which come down whenever you open the door. So they made some pretty huge changes for the 2019 model year. The interior is all completely new. They have stretched the cab another 4 inches as well to give you more space, more significantly in the rear more than anything. So you'll notice in the Limited, it's got some really nice stitching. There's a lot of attention to detail in this truck. This one does have the Harman Kardon audio system. It's a 19-speaker system. It's got a subwoofer as well. All that kind of stuff is all hidden, so the subwoofer's hitting behind the seats. And coming along in here, again, these seats in particular are exclusive to the Limited, so really nice stitching, nice color contrast. There's a few different distinct features. So on the steering wheel here, you notice that the pattern there, and it carries on throughout the cabin, along just below the gauges, and the center console as well. And then of course this one does have the power seats with your power lumbar, all that kind of stuff. And one thing that's also pretty neat about the Limited is it has these all-weather mats, and you can actually pull out the middle piece here.
Also for like to catch water.
Yeah, exactly. So you can pull that right off.
Nice.
That's nice, I guess, if you had to clean them too. It makes it a little bit easier, especially in the winter time. You could probably just take those out altogether, right? So coming along the side here, this one does have the bed lighting, so that's what this button would be for, but that's all your lighting controls there. Automatic lighting, of course. The Limited does have very distinct gauges. So you notice that there's a lot of distinct things in the Limited. There's a lot of different badging. And in the center there it says Limited. It says Limited on the other side, on the passenger side there as well. And the other thing that you'll notice when it is equipped with the Harman Kardon system, you get the brushed aluminum look of the speaker grills. That's distinct. Any other ones won't. They won't have that. They'll just be black.
This is a special edition. What you guys got here right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, beautiful truck. And it's also got, if you look in the interior here, it's got the 12-inch touchscreen as well.
Let's hop in. Okay. Whoa! It is literally like an office in here.
know. There's a ton of space. Yeah,
Whoa.
there's a ton of space back there. Again, like I was saying with the stretch cab, it really all went to the back seat. And one thing that we can maybe showcase a little bit later, it does have reclining rear seats as well. So that's pretty neat. Here was kind of just some of the driving assist stuff that I talked about earlier. There's your lane keep assist. That's what you would use if you were going to use the parallel or perpendicular park assist. And then we'll keep that not in here. But if you look at the screen here, you can actually separate, for example, your climate control from your navigation, and you can have them basically. It's basically like having two of the Uconnect 8.4s stacked on top of one another, basically.
Yeah.
Very, very easy to use system. It's obviously the only vehicle now that has it. We might see some vehicles in the future. Some of our other products have it. One thing that they did bring back here, and all of the 19 Rams, for the most part, seem to have it, is the CD player, which is kind of unique.
A CD player. What's that? Is that from like the dinosaur ages?
Yeah. No one uses those anymore. Then here, this is
There
also
you
new.
go.
So you got your USBs and USB-C, which is new.
Nice.
Chrysler's starting to incorporate this into a few of their products nowadays. The new Jeep Wrangler has it as well. But the USB-C seems like the way a lot of phones are going in terms of their charging.
Yeah.
So draw your attention to the middle here. Now this is a pretty unique center console. So again, there's a nice limited badging there. Beautiful stitching along here. You have two cup holders there, another two here. Now it is a two-tier system. So the top piece opens, there is another USB in there, and then it opens up again. And something else that's really cool here is using this button, you can actually basically alter your center console. Right along here, they actually have there's basically like a protractor, trigonometric ratios, that kind of stuff.
Hold on, I gotta see this one. That's crazy. Really? Yeah.
Alright.
Whoa. Now that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's obviously very, very distinct. That's a new thing that they've done for 2019. And something else actually in the bottom of the center console is this is the 5th generation RAM. So on the bottom here they have 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th generation RAM insignia there in the middle.
Wow.
So that's pretty neat.
It is pretty neat. It's
And
like a
then-
little bit of history there.
So there's lots of little storage. There's tons of storage actually in the middle. Again, you can move this right over. You actually have a 115 volt 3-prong outlet in the middle here as well. And this one is equipped with the wireless charging. So for that, if your phone is compatible with the wireless charging, you would basically just shove your phone right down in there.
Nice.
And it'll charge it for you. So this one does have the trailer brake as well. So that's an option depending on what you want to go with. This one in particular doesn't have the tow mirrors or anything like that. When it does the full tow package though, you cannot get the available 360-degree camera. So that's one thing that's distinct. For whatever reason, you can't get that. Here, these buttons here have a few different functions here. They will light up. You have your park sensors. Air suspension is this one right here. It goes up and down, of course. You have your traction control, tow haul, that kind of stuff. So that's all completely new for 2019. And again, the screen is all new, very, very different from the last one. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay capability as well. It is a 4th generation Uconnect. And then here they kind of changed things up a little bit here. Now they still have the knob. All 2019 Rams now are going to be equipped with the 8-speed automatic. Last year that was actually option on certain trim packages. So they now all have the 8-speed automatic, so they will all have this rotary shifter here. And right to the left of that, you have your 4-wheel drive, so your 4-wheel drive auto, which I guess kind of acts more like an all-wheel drive system than anything. 4-wheel drive high, which you're probably going to use quite often in the snow and that kind of stuff, and then 4-wheel drive low.
Nice.
So is that there? Like I was saying again, the gauges are very, very distinct on this vehicle. So they're a silver and blue combination. That's distinct for the Limited. Some of the other packages, such as the Rebel, have a different gauge cluster, so it kind of gives you a bit more of a uniqueness to this truck. And something else right along here, this pattern here, This tends to be different in a lot of the different trucks. This one is kind of distinct in the Limited itself. It's a bit more of a classy look. Obviously there's lots of brushed aluminum and stuff like that along the interior. It's more of a premium looking truck. Up above here, again you do have the panoramic sunroof, once again, pretty well the same size as in the Jeep Cherokee. You have all your controls for that in the middle here. And then you do actually have LED lighting in here, which is nice because you should never need to replace those. There's a button to actually drop the tailgate down. The tailgate for this year, we'll look at that in a moment, but that can be dropped down by the push of a button. That's new. So we'll head around back. We'll take a look at that. Heading along the back of the vehicle here, something that they've definitely changed, and you'll notice this on all of the whole Ram lineup for 2019, is the badging on them. It's more of a 3D effect. It's stuff a little different. Looks pretty aggressive actually. You'll see the Limited on here. The bumper and all that has been changed a little bit, so I guess it's a little bit easier to step on. You do have the dual exhaust. There's all your park sensors, trailer hitch, that kind of stuff, your wiring. And then this is new, so before it was more of a mechanical system to actually pull down the tailgate, and now it's just a button and it's actually dampened.
Wow.
So it's dampened. This new tailgate is made using aluminum, so it's much lighter.
You don't need that Gorilla, or the interior. I mean, it's ready to go, right?
The liner,
yeah. The liner, yeah.
The liner, yeah. You'll still see some. The Limited's typically going to have it, but you can still get 2019 Ram without the bed liner. Mm-hmm. Depends on how it's ordered from the factory, of course. So this one in particular does have the 5.7 box. So with the cab being longer, the wheelbase on this truck is 4 inches longer. But it's still very easy to park, so it's not going to be anything new for truck owners. This one does have the LED bed lighting you see in there on either side, and then the third brake light lights up as well.
Nice.
That can be very handy at night. You have your adjustable tie downs along both sides. So again, as I was saying, this one is the 5.7 box. You can get this truck in a 6'4" box. So if you still need the extra space in the interior, you can also have the larger bed too for whatever you may need, whether you're putting a quad in there or something along those lines.
Looks like it is the strongest Ram ever, right?
Yeah, it is, and it's a couple £100 lighter than the outgoing generation. So a couple £100 lighter. They saved some weight on the frame. It's all using high strength steel, but they saved some weight on the frame, and then on the tailgate are the two main things. The rest of the body is going to be, like all the side panels and all that are still going to be a steel body.
Okay, now let's do the engine. Wrap it up with the engine.
Sure.
Does this come with a 6.4 option?
No.
No, it does not.
No.
Like a 250? Oh, I guess 250 is a whole different class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 1500 would only have these 5. Let me pop the hood here. So coming along here to the engine bay, 5.7 liter Hemi, as we've had last year. It will look a bit different than the previous year.
It does look different for sure.
Fuel economy is a little bit better on this truck. Being a bit more aerodynamic, being a bit lighter does help. Now this one is not equipped with it, but there is an optional e-torque mild hybrid system available. When the vehicle is equipped with that, you can actually tow another 2,100 pounds more than last year, and you can haul another 350 pounds more. So that's pretty nice. So this one again does not have the e-torque system. But that is on the way out right now. That's going to be available in the 3.6 liter Pentastar and the 5.7 liter Hemi. And the Pentastar gives you an additional about 90 pound-feet of torque at low RPM, so it just kind of helps you under about 2,000 RPMs. And then you'll get that same e-torque system, which gives you around 130 pound-feet of torque with the Hemi.
Nice.
So this one's mated to the 8-speed automatic again. That's the only transmission. Obviously, it's better for fuel efficiency, that kind of stuff. We use it in a ton of our different products.
That 8-speed is really like I remember when it first came out, everyone was comprehensive about its capabilities, but it seems like it's
Yeah,
a good option. Yeah.
I mean, at first, I'm sure there was a few issues just with a brand new transmission having that many speeds, because they were one of the first to kind of go to a higher speed. Because typically before we had just seen 5, 6, and even 4 not too long ago.
Yeah.
So now they've gone to an 8-speed. The competition, well, we have the Cherokee with a 9-speed. Some of the competition's even gone to a 10-speed.
Yeah.
But the 8-speed is nice because the shifts are very predictable. It's not like it's always searching for a gear.
Yeah.
The software in it is very, very well designed. It's used in the same transmission, essentially, is pretty well used in the Grand Cherokee, the Charger, Dodge Charger, Dodge Challenger, Chrysler 300. It's used in a ton of different products that we have, in addition to the Ram. So it's a great transmission, and it's good for fuel economy as well. It keeps the RPMs nice and low on the highway, that kind of stuff.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like they did a lot of improvements for sure. I like it.
Okay.
What's up, guys? We are with Craig at Highway 11 Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Amazing place. We're going to be test driving a Jeep Cherokee SRT. It's going to be great. All right, so
We're at Highway 11 Chrysler in our showroom here. We've got our Hellcat here in the showroom. That's our featured car of this month.
the one like
700 horsepower.
700 horsepower.
Bless.